Alright, I wanted to do a quick video on geoengineering, chemtrails, stratospheric, aerosol injection, whatever you want to call it. I call it chemtrails. And I've got this new UCAM 8. I think it's called UCAM, Cybertech UCAM 8. And let's see, I wrote it down. Yeah, UCAM version 8. And it keeps zooming in, zooming out. I turned off the auto detection. I can't figure out why it's doing this. So just bear with me. It's moving, it's zooming in and out. It's nothing to do with me. It's the stupid camera. So hopefully you can live with it. But this video is about chemtrails, not webcams. But okay, so chemtrails, geoengineering, whatever you want to call it. I know people out there right away. Oh, you're off your rocker, tinfoil hat, geoengineering, chemtrails. It isn't real. It's just water vapor. All those lines crisscrossing the sky are just water vapor. Now this Sunday, it was 5-10 below zero here in Minnesota, and they were spraying us. And at the end of this video, I do have a short video showing the spraying. Not all of it, but a little bit here in Minnesota. Now, here's my point. If it's 10 below zero, why are they spraying to block the sun to stop global warming? It's too cold as it is. So they're not spraying to block the sun for global warming if the temperature is below zero. It's ridiculous. They're spraying for some other reason. What are they spraying? They're spraying aluminum, barium, strontium, lithium, some people say, to reflect the sunlight back out in the atmosphere to cool the earth, to reverse global warming. Well, what happens to all that stuff? It wafts down into your lungs, into your water, into your soil. You eat it, drink it, breathe it. It gets in your brain, and it causes Alzheimer's and dementia. You can check around, but the #1 cause of death lately is inching its way up, Alzheimer's and dementia. If you look at London, England, that is the #1 cause of death right now. Alzheimer's and dementia. It's not heart disease, cancer, no. And where do you get this? Well, they've done autopsies on people that have died from dementia and Alzheimer's. High concentrations of aluminum in their brain. Where are they getting it? Well, if you spray it in the atmosphere and it comes down in your lungs, or it comes down in your water or your soil, you're gonna breathe it and eat it and drink it. So, all right, again, there's a lot of debunkers out there and naysayers that say, "Oh, this is such bull. It doesn't exist." Well, it does exist, and I'm challenging you to do a little research. I want you to go to geoengineering.environment.harvard.edu. Okay, do you trust Harvard? Do you think Harvard is a trustworthy school? Do you think it's real? Is Harvard real? Harvard's been around for over 100 years, I think. It's one of the top universities in the world, not just the United States. So if you're going to tell me that I give you research and proof right from Harvard that geoengineering chemtrails exist, would you believe me then? Would you say, okay, you're right, you've got proof from Harvard, it must be real? Well, I'm challenging you to go research it yourself. Go to you can just Google Harvard space geoengineering, and it comes up right at the top. But if you want to go directly there, it's geoengineering.environment.harvard.edu. All right. Now I brought it up. I'm going to read you a little bit. I clicked on the first page. I clicked on what is geoengineering? It says, geoengineering refers to a set of emerging technologies that could manipulate the environment and partially offset some of the impacts of climate change. Solar engineering in particular find out more. So I clicked on find out more. It goes to / geoengineering. Geoengineering refers to a set of emerging technologies that could manipulate the environment and partially offset some of the impacts of climate change. Solar geoengineering in particular could not be a replacement for reducing emissions of carbon dioxide. Well, we knew that. Geoengineering is conventionally split in two broad categories. The first is carbon geoengineering, which means you're removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Also, the one I want to talk about is the solar geoengineering, often called solar radiation management. So there's another word. So you can call it geoengineering, chemtrails, solar radiation management, or aerosol or atmospheric aerosol injection. Call it what you want. In layman's terms, they're spraying crap in the atmosphere, okay? That's layman. Alright, so it says here solar engineering. Now, again, this is from Harvard. So if you don't believe Harvard, then you don't believe anything, or you're a paid debunker. Most of my debunkers are paid. They're paid to come to my videos. I've got a lot of chemtrails videos. All these debunkers come and they put their comments in. Oh, tinfoil hat. Well, most of them, not all of them, but most of them, I think, are getting paid to do that. Pick out your agency, XYZ, ABC agent, alphabet agencies. They don't want you to know about geoengineering. They don't want you to know anything about it. Okay, and if you stop looking at your cell phone, look up once in a while, you'll see it. Okay, you'll see it. Solar, this is from Harvard, I'm reading. Solar geoengineering seeks to reflect a small fraction of sunlight back into space or increase the amount of solar radiation that escapes back into space to cool the planet. Now I'm going to read that again. Solar engineering seeks to reflect a small fraction of sunlight back into space. Really? When they blanket the entire sky, it reflects pretty much all of it. It gets pretty dark. It's ridiculous. So they're going a little overboard. Those lines you see waft out and spread and create fake clouds. And they spray it back and forth, almost like a checkerboard pattern, and it turns into a fake cloud. We've had days in Minnesota that the weather said perfectly clear, no clouds today, absolutely none. Then they start spraying, you can see them spraying, and pretty soon there's no sun because the sky is completely whited out with an unnatural cloud. And I've got videos, go check my other videos, you can see it. I've been doing this 7 years. I've been documenting this. I think it's a crime of humanity to spray substances into the atmosphere that waft down and get in your lungs and literally slowly kill you. What else are you going to call it? Yes, aluminum and all that is going to affect everyone differently, but most people it's going to accumulate in your brain and cause Alzheimer's, dementia, and eventually death. And look it up. That dementia and Alzheimer's is around the globe is increasing. And okay, so let's go back to the Yale thing. Not Yale, Harvard. This is Harvard. All right. So let's see. Solar geoengineering does not address the root cause of climate change, which they say is carbon dioxide. It aims to break the link from concentrations to temperatures. So there's a picture here. Stratospheric aerosols cool planet. So you can see, you can't see it, but if you go to the website, you can see the particles all around the Earth, and stratospheric aerosols bounce the sun away from the Earth. So solar geoengineering. There are several proposed solar geoengineering technologies. These include marine cloud brightening, cirrus cloud thinning, space-based techniques, and stratospheric aerosol scattering. Now that's chemtrails. Marine cloud brightening would attempt to brighten marine clouds to reflect more sunlight back into space. How would they do that? Aluminum. Cirrus cloud thinning. Alright, don't care about that. Space-based technologies would attempt to reflect a small fraction of sunlight, so they're going to put this crap into space. Lastly, stratospheric aerosol scattering would introduce tiny reflective particles, such as sulfate aerosols or perhaps calcium carbonate in the upper atmosphere, where they could scatter a small fraction of sunlight back into space. Well, they say that, but it's not. It's aluminum and barium and reflective particles, sulfates. That's got to be bad. I think that's I don't know what that is. Risks. Climate models have consistently shown that solar geoengineering, when used in moderation and combined with emission cuts, have the potential to reduce climate changes around the globe. However, any benefits come with risks and significant uncertainty. Yeah, like Alzheimer's and dementia. Yeah, that's great. However, okay, I read that. Might slow. Scientific uncertainties are not yet well understood, not least the enormous governance challenges. In other words, flying those airplanes around and spreading this stuff. That's governance challenges. Yeah. Thousands of aircraft flying around spraying this crap all over the world. Well, basically, it just reads this and reads that, but solar geoengineering research, I'm just looking. You can go to the website and read it yourself. The point is, geoengineering is real, and people should be outraged. This stuff is nasty. They spray all the time, and it comes down on your water in your lungs and in your soil, which gets into your food, and you eat the food, and you get it. Now, I got one more thing to tell you before I go to my video from Sunday. When this aluminum accumulates in your brain, and they launch this 5G, which is launching all over the world, and they've got satellites that are going to beam this 5G, high energy, high frequency, new cell phone technology. The frequency, I believe, is higher, and I know the power is higher, and it's faster. So what I think could very well happen is this new 5G technology is going to literally excite, heat up the aluminum in your brain. Just like that. See that? It's going to get in your brain, heat it up, you're going to get headaches. Is it going to affect everyone? No. Everyone has different levels of aluminum in your body, but it's going to affect a lot of people, and I got to believe the older you are, the more aluminum you have, and the more it's going to hurt. It's going to feel like that. It's going to feel like a punch. Bam, here it comes. 5G is going to fly. It's going to fly right by you and get right into your brain. And this is how you're going to feel when that aluminum comes down. The aluminum, barium, and strontium comes down from the sky. It gets into everything. And you eat it. It's really nasty. Alright, well, I'm going to sign off with the next. I've got a, just after I talk here, there's going to be a video of Sunday. I'm going to show you some chemtrails. Again, it was 10 below zero. We didn't need to block any sunlight. It's plenty cold. If anything, we need more sunlight. But they sprayed anyway, so why is that? Do they want the aluminum and barium and strontium to get into your body and your brain? Maybe. Is that what their end goal is? Research Georgia Guidestones. Research Agenda 21. The Great Culling. Research that. The Georgia Guidestones clearly say they want to reduce the population of the earth. How are they going to do it? What would be the easiest way to reduce population? Spray crap in the sky and have it all waft down into your body, into your brain, and slowly kill you. That's one way to reduce the population. So keep researching, people, and all you people that are with me, the chemtrail believers, truthers you can call them, chemtrail truthers out there, keep making those videos. We need to document these crimes of humanity. Document everything you can. Make sure you date it. Date what you have, and it's right now it's about all we can do. I know there's a couple of lawsuits. You can go to geoengineeringwatch.org. They have a lawsuit going. You can get involved with that if you can help out. Give them some money, I don't know, or sign a petition. Do whatever you can. Yeah, I've done it. I went out. I don't have any money, so I can't give them any, but I have signed every petition that I can. I've also tweeted President Trump and his sons to please look into geoengineering, chemtrails. But I gotta believe there's nothing they can do, because the deep state, shadow government, Illuminati, New World Order, whatever you want to call it, Bilderberger Group, they control the world. They control the presidency. And there's nothing President Trump can do about this. Do you think President Trump likes geoengineering? No. Do you think President Trump wants to put Hillary in jail? Yes. Yes, he does. He told us that. He promised us that. But once he found out who really runs everything, the deep state, the shadow government, they told him, no, you're not going to put Hillary in jail. Hillary's on our side. Hillary is with the deep state. She's a member. She's definitely not the deep state, but Bill and Hillary are deep state members, or they're collaborators, or they work for each other. Trust me on that. Or Hillary would have been in jail by now. It's very obvious. I could get into more WikiLeaks and all that, but it's another video. So I'm going to leave you with a video right after this of Sunday geoengineering, and I'm going to sign off. God bless each and every one of you, and don't forget to filter your water. Don't drink that crappy tap water with aluminum and fluoride in it. Stop drinking that stuff. All right, signing off. Chemtrails MN. All right, so it's Sunday, January 27th, and they're laying down the lines of death again. They're just getting started. I can hear a plane. I can't see it, but as you can see, there's 2 lines, distinct lines they've laid down. And if you look beyond that, there's 2 more lines underneath. There's a house and a tree in the way, but they're spraying again. So today, Sunday, they're laying down the lines of death again. You know, it's 10 below 0 here in Minnesota, so we've got to prevent global warming, you know. We've got to block that sun so it doesn't heat up the earth, which is ridiculous when it's 10 below 0. Why geoengineer when it's 10 below 0? Why? Because they're spraying strontium, aluminum, barium, who knows what else, to poison our water, air, lungs, soil. That's the real deal. It's Agenda 21. They say it's geoengineering, but they're thinning out the population by slowly killing us off with Alzheimer's disease and dementia. If you look it up in your county, in your town, Alzheimer's and dementia are creeping their way up to the #1 cause of death in the whole world, especially in England. Look it up. Look it up. Google it yourself. Chemtrails, Minnesota, signing off.